It began as an ordinary appeal, buried among the hundreds of cases that rarely make headlines. Dawn Jackson, a New Jersey woman sentenced to life in prison for a crime committed under extraordinary circumstances, had her future locked behind bars for over 3 decades. For years, her pleas for clemency went unheard. That is until Kim Kardashian, one of the most famous women in the world, stepped in, using her platform not for glamour, but for justice. The unlikely partnership between Jackson's family, a team of dedicated lawyers, and the reality TV star turned criminal justice advocate brought to light a story that had been overlooked. Jackson's case was rooted in tragedy. Convicted in 1985 for killing her abusive stepfather during an altercation, the act was seen by advocates as one of self-defense. Yet, at the time, courts were far less sympathetic to victims of domestic abuse. For Jackson, the sentence of life in prison represented not only her punishment, but also society's indifference to the plight of women trapped in cycles of violence. Over the years, her case was revisited by legal experts and advocates who argued that her punishment was excessive. Among them was Kardashian, who had transformed herself from a reality TV icon into a formidable advocate for criminal justice reform. With millions of followers on social media and a growing network of legal professionals, she turned her focus to those whose voices had been drowned out by the system. Jackson's case, which represented the intersection of justice and gender inequality, was precisely the kind of battle Kardashian was ready to fight. New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy had the final say. Known for his progressive stance on criminal justice reform, Murphy faced increasing public pressure as Kardashian's involvement drew national attention. Kardashian's efforts weren't limited to public appeals. She worked closely with attorneys to craft a compelling petition for clemency, outlining how Jackson's punishment no longer reflected contemporary views on justice. The turning point came in December 2024, when Governor Murphy granted clemency to Jackson. His decision was met with applause from advocates and human rights organizations, and he did not hesitate to acknowledge Kardashian's pivotal role. Kim Kardashian has used her voice for justice in a way that has impacted lives, Murphy stated in a press conference. Her advocacy for Dawn Jackson highlighted the injustices of the past and the need for reform today. She helped make this moment possible. Kardashian responded with humility. "This isn't about me," she wrote in an Instagram post following the announcement. "It's about Dawn, her family, and everyone who has been affected by a system that sometimes forgets compassion. I'm honored to have played a small role in this fight." For Jackson, the clemency was a long-awaited second chance. "I'm grateful beyond words," she said in a statement. "I want to spend the rest of my life giving back, making sure no one else suffers like I did." The story of Dawn Jackson and Kim Kardashian is a striking reminder of the power of advocacy and influence. In a world often fixated on celebrity culture, Kardashian has managed to pivot her fame into something profoundly impactful. Her journey from reality TV star to legal apprentice and advocate has been met with skepticism by some, but undeniable results by others. Critics may still question her motivations, but for people like Dawn Jackson, those questions are irrelevant. What matters is the action and the outcome. Jackson's release underscores a broader issue. How many others like her remain behind bars, their stories untold, their pleas unheard? While Kardashian has become a symbol of what can happen when fame meets purpose, the work is far from done. In New Jersey and beyond, advocates hope that the attention Jackson's case received will inspire further action to address systemic flaws in sentencing and rehabilitation. For Governor Murphy, the decision was a statement about the kind of justice system New Jersey aims to build. For Kardashian, it was another step in a personal mission that now stretches far beyond the confines of reality TV. And for Dawn Jackson, it was the beginning of a long overdue new chapter, one written in freedom.